Lab 2, it is chromatography of inks. So we're supposed to cut up the paper into 4 even things. Then we use a pencil to label the top of it. One of them is going to be the Uniball. The other one is going to be Papermate. And the Will signature ink sample will be labeled Will. Alright. So, remove the cap of the Uniball pen and place a sample on the paper. So the Uniball, place a sample on the paper. Okay. For this one, for the repeat the same step for the Papermate. Okay. And of course the Will sample is already connected, or it's already done. So use a 10 milliliter cylinder and pour the 5 milliliters of acetone in it. Well, before we do that, let's put some disposable gloves on. So place each piece of chromatography paper in the beaker so that the bottom side with the ink sample is submerged with the acetone and none of the pieces of chromatography paper touch. Ink lines should not touch the acetone. This will only happen if more than 5 milliliters are present. Each paper should lean vertically on different areas of the beaker so that walls are not facing each other. So that beaker wall so that they're facing each other. Use a timer or clock. Allow the ink samples to rest in acetone for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes have elapsed, remove the pieces of chromatography paper from the acetone and set them in an underpad and allow for approximately 5 minutes for the paper to dry. Observe samples for banding and the different colored inks that compose the black ink. Record the number of bands colors represent and different descriptions. So use a camera to photograph the results. Use an extra piece of chromatography paper to run a chromatography test on ink for 2 other pens, any color of your choice. So I guess I'm going to submerge them, and in 10 minutes I'll be back. Alright, so it's been approximately 10 minutes, and here are all the things. This is the Will, the Uniball, the Papermate, the Sharpie, and a Pilot pen that I had. The Will went all the way up to the solvent front. The Uniball didn't move at all. The Papermate, you can see like some purples, some blues. A Sharpie also used, it went from black all the way up to the top, some purples, some blacks. And the Pilot looks like it stayed mostly to the bottom. Has a tiny bit of like a blue color to it. But we're supposed to take a picture of it. And we were also supposed to use the extra pieces of the paper to do ink test on 2 different pens, and those were the Sharpie and a Pilot pen.